Salutations, brave souls, and welcome again to my little bonfire of solace, where we can talk about what lies in the dark without fear, at least for now. Destiny 1, The Taken King. We were introduced to an expansion that saved the franchise and hooked me and countless others to the Destiny universe forever. The expansion brought so much: the Dreadnought, Dark Drinker, the Shield Brothers, and a strike that brought with it an iconic menace in the form of Alak Hul, the Darkblade. This towering figure fought you in a space that robbed you of your vision, and on top of that, he was able to teleport to you or your teammates. He had such a presence and gave amazing items, such as his helmet and the 3 exotic swords that he was farmed and became the bane of so many Destiny players. But lore-wise, what happened in that mission for the would-be slayers? Let's find out as we listen to a reimagining of the descent into the Sunless Cell. Some creatures of the Hive strain against the will of Oryx. Alak Hul the Darkblade is one such. Long ago he fomented rebellion against the king and attempted to take his mantle. Alak Hul failed and now awaits the mercy of the Hive. Given the chance, the Darkblade will step in to take Oryx's crown. We must not allow another prince to rise. Eris Morn whispers over the radio as I lazily trace my finger over my ghost, who's fallen asleep during this hyperjump. She twitches, her invisible gears twisting and moving those small pyramids around her circular body. Oryx dead. Now we run assassination missions on these would-be princes of the Hive? This Darkblade wasn't able to defeat Oryx. What hope does he have against us? I muttered. I don't know, but I don't care, Nito. The Hive have destroyed countless worlds to sustain themselves. I'm thinking one less Hive prince means one less world to be devoured. At least. A voice over the intercom buzzes out. I look to my lower left to see my fireteam member, an exo by the name of Atlas 1, doing a final check on the status of his ship. Lights flickering on and off in his cockpit as we go through hyperspace. His metallic visage quickly moving from one check to another, a testament to the knowledge he wielded. I look to my right and see another ship, piloted by my final fireteam member, Halloway, a hunter who's probably the oldest of us all, being revived what feels like hundreds of years before Atlas or I. His graying hair and gnarled hands going well with the silent stoicism the man keeps about him. A silence falls onto all of us as Atlas and I wait to hear for a comment from Halloway, not sure if he has stakes in this mission.
We're here,
the grizzled voice said, breaking the silence as our ship broke out of hyperspace and a colossal Hive warship exploded into view. Its skeletal angular shape was adorned with a metallic hull, organic pieces of bone jutting out, creating massive void cannons on either side of the ship. The same cannons that created an empty space in the rings of Saturn when Oryx wiped out the Woken fleet and started the Taken War. You can do this. We can do this, I whispered to myself as our ships descended on the quiet vessel. Going through the Dreadnought, its gigantic halls, damp sewage systems, and pitch-black corridors were easy. The hundreds of thrall rushing to us, claws outstretched and voices screeching, were dealt with no fanfare whatsoever. The wizards shooting pale green blobs of Hive magic, and the knights bashing their swords on top of our faces. Nothing fazed us, just a regular day in the office, so to speak. However, the immense prison holding Alak Hul, suspended in a bottomless chasm with only a few others of this size on the horizon, did create some doubt in my team as we made our way across the chitin bridge held by chains to the prison entrance, miles and miles down. Vaporizing the last of the thrall in our path, we finally reached the entrance to the cell. a lightless hole in a bright antechamber. I take a few steps to the precipice of the hole, seeing no end to the darkness, but hearing occasional booms emanating from it. This Darkblade, he led the rebellion against Oryx? So, his worm power must be comparable to the previous god of the Hive, right? Atlas 1 remarked. Silence from all of us. These Ascendant Hive, they can also come back from the dead like us, right? And can't they stifle our light on top of that? Another remark from the increasingly manic XO. More silence. We should get more to come with us. We need to raid this cell. We're the wall that held the last city. Against the Fallen, the Cabal, the Hive, against Oryx. Now it's the wall's turn to push back. I voice as I feel my feet leave the ground, and I'm quickly enveloped in darkness. As I feel the billowing clouds of dark rise past me, I can't help but think. This fortress, big enough to hold the entirety of the last city within its walls, and the countless shriekers adoring the walls to keep us out, made me realize one thing. All these defenses, the knights, the wizards, the thrall, hell, even the shriekers, they weren't to keep us out. They were meant to keep the Darkblade in. Even though Alak-Hul fell that day, nothing truly stays dead, especially when you have a ghost. He was resurrected years later by the Witch Queen Savathun and became the Lightblade, but that's a whole nother story. In the meantime, I hope you realize that there's so much more to the gaming missions that we do to just kill and collect, but only if you read between the lines. Lore lines, that is. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope it was a great listen. This has been Loresque. Stay curious, seek answers, stay alive, brave souls. I'll be in touch next week. If you found this video entertaining, please help me out and like the video. It really helps with sharing my videos to others. Also, if you want to see more of my stuff where I talk about cryptids and creatures from real and gaming lore, please subscribe and check out my channel here.